What's going on, everybody? I'm Akaza. Welcome back to another album review video. This time we're going to be talking about the Republicats from the Philippines and the 2016 album Disconnected. Oh yeah, this is a hopping one. I don't own this yet. I'm really sad about that because I want to own this so badly. I think Renmin's supposed to hook me up at some point. Renmin is the drummer. He's a good friend of mine, and Wendy is a vocalist, and she's also a good friend of mine. Love them to death, and I can't wait to meet them. First of all, before we get into the music of this, let's talk about the name, the Republicats, and the logo. So, first of all, the Republicats. That is such a cool punk rock name, first of all. The Republic is the people, and cats are Republic. That's so fucking cool. And their logo on their Facebook page is this snazzy looking cat with a little skull and crossbones, and a little fedora, which is one of the coolest punk rock logos I've seen in a while. And on the album, at the under where it says Republicats, there's a little line that goes under the name, similar to like the Coca-Cola logo, and there's a head of a cat sticking out of that. I just love their logo and their name. I think it's fucking fire shit. But the album is called Disconnected, and it's a very simple concept, very simple design. It looks like, honestly, maybe a broken jewel case CD on the front of it with a rope that's been literally disconnected in the center. So, self-explanatory on that. Now, I don't know what the inlay of this looks like or the back, because like I said, I don't own this, but the front of it looks cool, though. I want it so badly, Renmin. Please give me one. But anyway, so the Republicats Disconnected. It was released in 2016, and how do I explain the Republicats for those of you who don't know who they are? Very 90s melodic punk with some reggae, with some ska, and even some jazz beats. Which, by the way, before I even knew what this band played, I actually originally thought they were a jazz band, because if you go to their logo on their Facebook page, as I said, it's this cat with some skull and crossbones, and it's got a little fedora. And originally, I thought that potentially they were jazz cats. That's what I thought at first. Then I listened to the album, which they do have some jazz fusion on the very last track, Full But Empty. It kind of starts out like with this little jazz lounge tempo, and then it goes into this hardcore breakdown, hardcore punk, and it kind of goes back and forth on that. So I love that ending, Full But Empty. That's a great song. And this album is 11 tracks long. It's Unite, Pa 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 Bam, which is a good bouncing song. I'm not fluent in Tagalog, so I'm not really sure what that song is about, but it's a good bouncing song, though. Sounds upbeat, sounds happy, sounds like when you just put it on and you start bouncing around the room too. Disconnected, it's kinda odd. That's song number 3. Disconnected is actually my second favorite song by this band. Pa Pa Pam is my first favorite song, although I don't know what the song is about. You can enjoy the music without understanding it. It's a beautiful thing about language barriers, it's nice to understand the words, but when it sounds good and it's got a good beat to it, you can dance around to it still. It's awesome. Disconnect is my second favorite song because, I like the lyrical concept of the song is, disconnect from things that bring you down, that rile you up, that, you don't want to stay around toxicity. You want to get away from that. Disconnected, and, it's the song that the album is named after. And it's got some keyboard in there, which, whenever there's keyboard in there, I'm always hitting that up. And I just love the flow of the song when these things disconnected, and Renmin goes, it's kinda odd, disconnected, and Wendy has a very angelic and melodic voice. When she sings, I can really feel what she's singing, and Renmin's voice, I like Renmin's input. It really adds a sort of cool vibe. There we go, sort of a cool vibe to the tracks that he's on. I'll Keep On Coming, Crab Mentality. Crab Mentality is actually a Tagalog song, which, Crab Mentality, Crab Mentality, Crab Mentality. That's a good hopping song, which I don't know what the majority of the song is about. I mean, it's about crab mentality, but I can't understand all the lyrics because it's in Tagalog, but obviously it's about crab mentality, which nobody wants crab mentality. Nobody wants that type of shit. We all have to deal with that in our everyday lives, at the job, around society. Nobody wants to be around a bunch of fucking crabs. It's called Hold On, number 6. Hold On, I originally heard that on Rescue Letters, the New Barricade 4, The Fourth Order, which is actually the album that introduced me to the Republicats. Hold On, I'm not even going to try to sing that one. I am incapable of carrying any sort of melody in my voice, so I'm not gonna butcher their music. I love this band, but Hold On honestly got this very '90s punk, '90s melodic, almost power punk sort of feel because Hold On, they carry that out, and it's just a song about keeping yourself together. Hold on, things are gonna get better. So honestly, this is a very upbeat and powerful and lifting album. It really is. Emotional. The song after Hold On kind of follows the setting that the song Hold On was going for. Emotional. Try not to get emotional. Just expressing your feelings on things and how sometimes it's hard to do that, but you want to, or sometimes you don't want to. And there's a song by Black Flag called Can't Decide, which that totally different genre of music, but in that song Black Flag makes reference to having a head full of emotions and being incapable of deciding whether or not to let it in or let it all out because maybe people won't understand you. That's what Republicats are going for in their song Emotional Only. Emotional. I love the way that Wendy sings the chorus or the hook there. Don't want to be emotional. I'm going to stop singing now. But she's just got a good voice. Desaparecidos. I probably mispronounced that, which, by the way, that's not a Tagalog title, that's Spanish. It means missing. And the song is about different people and her family that are missing, and then eventually she goes missing, and it's like, where am I? It's kind of a lost, disconnected. It plays into the title there. Big Bucks. This is a song I believe is a jab at, big bucks buying the government, buying, rich people, just corruption with money. Don't Quit, another positive and uplifting song. And finally, like I said, Full But Empty. It starts out with this really nice jazzy rendition and then goes into this hardcore punk right afterwards, which the lyrics are interesting. I'll just let you listen to them yourself. But this album in general, 11 tracks, and it goes by pretty quickly, honestly. It's one that you wake up in the morning and you put this on to just get yourself going. That's kind of what I said. Pa Pa Bam is a very bouncing song, but this whole album, even the more deeper tracks such as Emotional, such as Crab Mentality, such as Desaparecidos, even the deeper songs, they're still bouncing. This band is very bouncing all over the place. It's very get yourself going. It's a very pumping you up sort of band, sort of album. And this is the only album I've ever heard by the Republicats. I'm not sure if they have anything else out. I know they've got a couple songs on, like I said, Rescue Letters in Barricade for the Fourth Order. And then I actually just bought this other CD, which it hasn't arrived yet. Let me pull the name of it up for you. I think it's a VA comp, which I don't know if it's official or nothing. It came out on Concrete Jungle Records and / Out of Vogue Records in 2019 from Germany. Various artists, A Global Mess, Volume 1 Asia. Apparently it's a CD compilation promo. It's also on vinyl record too. Nice. It's got a bunch of bands on there. Timeless, The East Bay, The Republicats with their song Desaparecidos, the Die Hard, The Sneakers. I'll leave a link in the description. It's got funnily enough, it's got the Republicats on the vinyl version. Desaparecidos has track A3, and the CD contains the same Desaparecidos. So yeah, they're also involved with. They're also on A Global Mess, which, as I said, I bought the CD, and I'm gonna buy the vinyl now that I know the vinyl exists. So they're on that one. A lot of bands from the Philippines are, in fact, featured on a lot of VA comps all over the world. I buy so many VA comps all the time. In fact, for some bands in the Philippines, the only way you're getting anything physical by the band is if you buy a VA comp that they've been featured on. Which VA comps that's the whole purpose of those. That's the whole purpose of a VA comp. And for some bands, like, I don't own a Republicat Disconnected album, and so I have this now. I have A Global Mess, and I have Rescue Letter 4. So I've got 2 physical albums in my possession that have a Republicat song, and that's awesome. Hopefully here soon I will have Disconnected and a since the Republicats are relatively, from what I understand, a newer band. Like, I think they started in 2012. Let me look at my notes here. Yeah, the Republicats started in 2012, so they are a relatively new band. They've been playing for 8 years, and they got one studio album out. I'm not sure if they have one out before that. I haven't heard of it. I haven't seen it if they do, but they're touring. I see them tour on Facebook quite often. They're always posting images of their tours, and I've seen a bunch of their live shows. So the Republicats, they're a very active band. So I do, in fact, foresee them coming out with more material in the future. And I hope I can get a Disconnected CD. Hopefully, maybe a vinyl if they put that out eventually. That'd be really cool. I think they'd sound awesome on vinyl. But though I see this band at some point putting out some more records. I definitely see that, and I definitely will be buying the hell out of that the moment I see it. I unfortunately missed my opportunity to purchase Disconnected when it came out, which I think Renmin is supposed to be hooking me up with that. But, you know. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk about the Republicats for a moment. It's a very uplifting, just rockin' and rollin', bouncing sort of album to get you through your day, to get you started with some politically charged songs, some reggae, some dancing grooves, two Tagalog songs, pa pa pam, and grab mentality, grab mentality. I just love them songs. Disconnected. It's good all around the board. It's absolutely good, and it, like I said, I know most of my reviews are 30 minutes long, but this album, it goes by so quickly. You might look at the track list, 11 songs, but the 11 songs go by very, very quickly indeed. Let me actually look to see how long this album is, because when I do listen to music, I don't really pay attention to the time limits or to the time that an album is, but it's it's not on Discogs. It doesn't say how long the album is, but the first song is 2.5 minutes. Next song is 2 minutes, 2 or 3. Yeah, each song is about 2 or 3 minutes long. So 11 songs, 2 or 3 minutes each. It's your regular album size, but a lot of these songs are 2 or 3 minutes. They're kind of short, so it's a very speedy, very quick album, but it goes down just right. I'm Anarka, Akaza. Thanks so much for watching this channel, this video. Please go to the Republicats Facebook page and smash that like button, give them some love, follow them, and have a lovely day. До свидания.